Good day, sir. I am Jeremy Palagtiusa, a fourth-year student of economics with the subject International Economics, section code A774, and this is my final activity video presentation. In my presentation, have consist 8 topics that flows in the subject International Economics. First, have international trade, absolute and comparative advantages, trade barriers, open economy macroeconomics, balance of payments, imports and exports, exchange rates and PPP, and last, international monetary system. Let's tackle first the international trade. International commerce, according to economic theory, enhance the living of living. The benefits of trade in practice are enormous, as seen by a comparison of the performance of open and closed economies. The role of trade are eradicating global poverty is crucial. Countries that are more open to foreign commerce tend to grow quicker, innovate, enhance productivity, and provide their citizens with more wealth and opportunity. Open trade also benefits low-income people by making goods and services more cheap to them. Next is absolute and comparative advantages. Absolute advantages refers to an actor's ability to create more of product or service than a competition. Comparative advantages refers to a company's ability to produce a product or service at a lower opportunity cost than a competitor. In economics and international trade, absolute advantage and comparative advantage are two essential ideas. They have significant impact on how and why countries and enterprises allocate resources to the creation of specific items. Next is trade barriers. Business and government both participate in international commerce as long as no trade barriers are erected. In general, trade barriers keep firms from selling to one another of foreign markets. Natural barriers, tariff barriers, and non-tariff barriers are the most significant impediments to international trade. Natural obstacles such as geography and language tariff barriers or tariff on imported goods and non-tariff barriers are the three major barriers to international trade. Import quotas, embargoes, binational policy, and exchange restriction are examples of non-tariff trade barrier. The basic argument against tariffs is that they stifle free commerce and make the idea of a comparative advantage ineffective. The fundamental reason for tariff is that they aid and protection of domestic business, industries, and workers. Next is open economy macroeconomics. An open economy is one in which product exchange involves not only domestic factors but also entities from other countries, goods and services, managerial interchange, technology transfers, and all kinds of products and services are examples of trade. Relatively open economy expand quicker than closed economies, and pay and working conditions in trading enterprise are often better than in non-trading companies. More prosperity and opportunity around the world also aids in the promotion of global stability and security. Next is balance of payments. The balance of payments, or BOP, sometimes known as the balance of international payments, is a statement of all transactions that take place between entities in one country and the rest of the world over a certain time period, such as quarter or a year. The importance of the balance payment in India can be defined by the following factors. It keeps track of all services and goods import and export for certain time period. It assists the government in assessing a certain industry export growth potential and formulating policies to support it. Next is imports and exports. Imports cause a net outflow of funds from the country because they involve payment to seller in another country. Exports are goods and services produced in the United States but sold to customers in other countries. Exports and imports are important for national economic development and growth because not all countries have the resources and skills needed to produce certain goods and services. Nonetheless, countries are erect trade barriers such as tariff and important quotas to protect domestic industry. Next is exchange rate and PPP, or purchasing power parity. The purchasing power parity (PPP) exchange rate is the rate of exchange between two currencies that would equate the two relevant national price levels if expressed in a common currency at the rate, so that a unit of one currency would have the same purchasing power in both economies. Purchasing power parity allows economies to compare economic productivity and living standard across countries. To account for PPP, some countries adjust their gross domestic product (GDP) figures. And last is international monetary system. An international monetary system is a set of internationally agreed upon rules, conventions, and supporting institutions that facilitate international trade, cross-border investment, and capital reallocation between states with different currencies. The IMF's primary function is to facilitate the exchange of goods and services and capital between countries. The IMF aims to contribute to stable and high global growth while also promoting price and financial stability at that moment. My realization and personal perspective about studying international economics. The international economic subject provide you with a wide range of current global economic issues. You will investigate and analyze the progressive integration of international goods, labor, and capital market, as well as the decline in the national barriers that previously separated them. It's also discussed the effect of increase in economic interdependence on government, business managers, and employees. In short, you'll be taken to the cutting edge of international economic research, both theoretical and practically. So that's all, sir. Thank you.